Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the second episode of the Feminine POV podcast. I hope that everyone enjoyed our last week episode. Joined by you today, it's me, Tato, and I'm with my babe. Hi, Oratile.
Hi, how are you doing? How are you guys doing? Um, how's your week been?
My week has been so awesome. The launching of the podcast was the only thing I could think about that week. And when we finally launched, I was really, really happy. I did not expect the amount of support that I got. I even forgot that it was Friday. And usually on Fridays, I watch, what's this thing, Youngins. So I forgot. And then the next day, I'm like, oh, damn, it was Friday yesterday. I even called my friend. I was
Mm,
like, I feel like today's my birthday. I am so happy. How was your weekend?
It was nice, very, very nice. I enjoyed um my week, regardless of um the previous week I had like a hectic and a very rough week, but yeah, I had a good week last week and it was fun. I was excited about the launch. Yeah, I was really excited about us launching our very first episode.
And how was your Valentine's bundle? How was it?
My Valentine's was good. I had a good Valentine's. For the first time in a long time, I had a good Valentine's Day. It was very chilled, very cutesy. I was out with my friend, and yeah, we were just enjoying each other's company and presents, exchanging gifts, having a good conversation over a good drink. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. How was yours?
Well, it was really nice. Like you, I think I had the most best Valentine's ever. This was the best Valentine's I've ever had in my life because I was doing
Mm.
something. I committed on something and I actually did it. It felt really, really good. I bought myself,
Yay.
I took your advice, Sana. I bought myself a cookie and I bought myself some chocolate just to be like, babe,
Yay.
you've done a lot for the week. You deserve this. So it was just like a really, really sweet Valentine's. I don't want to lie.
You deserve it, man. You deserve it. All the beautiful things. I mean, you're working so hard, hey? Like
Yeah.
going through this, the launch, like days go and months going through this, the launch. You were actually thinking a lot, overthinking things, but it has worked in your favor, and it's now a success, and it has happened. We have successfully dropped the episode. So yeah, you guys should check that out. If you haven't checked out episode one, you guys should check that out. Which I assume you wouldn't be here if you didn't check us out
No.
previously.
But
But
also, all thanks
I
to
think
you, my babe. All thanks to
oh,
you. I feel like I wouldn't have done it if I was just it was just by myself. Hey, all thanks to you, like just for even for committing
you're
on
welcome,
something.
Shay. You're welcome. We
I'm not
deserve
even
it.
paying you, but you're just there,
See,
committed into this vision.
ah,
So I'm so like for that.
I would do anything to yap. Anything that requires me to yap, I'm there. I will do I will do it. I have no problems with
I
that. But
know.
thank you for having me.
Besides that, I'd like to give a special thanks to my friends, my family, like everyone who is just supportive. How did your friends and family take it?
They couldn't believe that was me, first of all. So I was telling them the other time, actually telling my mom that actually my friend wants to start a podcast, but I'm really nervous about it, but I'm excited as well. And then she's like to me, oh, just take the risk. You never know what could happen. I'm like,
Mm,
okay, sure. And then when this thing dropped, she's like, okay, is this you? The same person that was nervous? I'm like, yeah, it's me. I'm like, yeah, it's me. The person that I work with is such an amazing host and she makes me comfortable. So I don't
mm,
really feel that this is like a job, you know? It
yeah,
doesn't feel like a chore. It simply feels like it's a normal
natural.
thing because of course I love yapping, but she just makes it feel like lightweight. It's not really
Yeah.
that deep. Even though the things that we talk about and are planning to talk about are
Mm,
serious, but she doesn't ever make me feel like, I don't know, this thing is too hard for us to do because you just sit there and talk. And she
yeah.
couldn't believe me. And my friends just were happy for me. I
Mm,
remember one of them told me that he keeps on re-listening at the episode and replaying it. I'm like, why
mm.
would you do that? It's so cringe listening to my voice. I don't like listening to my voice.
I posted the episode and I did not listen to it because I was like, there's no need. I heard everything that I needed to hear. If I listen to it again, I'm gonna think about everything that was happening in that episode and everything that I did not like.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me just give it to the people,
And also,
have
dude,
it.
we were there. We're the ones to record this thing. Why would we also want to go back and torture ourselves?
Exactly,
And now,
exactly. I don't know. I don't know. And this is something that, okay, I don't know if you watch YouTubers, but okay, I'm just like, she records her vlogs, but she never like watches them ever. She just records it, posts it, and never looks at it. Yeah, as I was saying that, I just posted everything and then I placed it there. But nonetheless, my friends were very supportive. It was such a very it was a cute milestone, I don't want to lie. So,
Hmm.
also, thank you to everyone who listened. I hope that everyone enjoyed their episode, and I hope that everyone had a very, very good Valentine's or Galentine's special with us. Just keep in tune because more is coming. More is coming. There's a lot of things that we're going to be talking about. Brace yourself. Today's episode is amazing. It's a nice episode. It's one of those milestones in a girl's life that happens and it's just something so precious. So everyone every woman has experienced this. We've all had our first period.
Yeah, we have. We have, man. It's such a huge deal to us women. So the topic that we're going to cover today is like really one that you do not want to miss if you're a woman or you're just a guy who just wants to be educated
Yeah,
on period.
it's
Yeah.
open for
So
everyone. We're not
yeah,
discriminating
it's
anyone.
open for everyone. It's open for everyone. You can just join in and just listen, and we'd love to hear what you have to say. So the comment section is for you to do that, to just send us any message or any tips or any comments, whatever you feel like you want to say it with your chest. Say it to us and we'd incorporate it on our next episode, basically, because we love
Say
to
it with
talk
say
about
it
this.
with your chest.
Say it with your chest, babe. Like, we're gonna accommodate you.
Yeah. So yeah, today we have to get real. This day of a girl's life, it can either be traumatic, awkward, or just an ordinary day. But every girl has their first period, and we're unpacking that today.
Yes, so we'll be sharing our own experiences, what we wish we knew before it happened,
Mhm.
and also breaking down some of the myths and taboos we grew up hearing.
So, if you're listening and you've been through it, please share your story. Or if you are listening and you have not yet been through this chapter of your life, tune in, listen, educate yourself. And if you're just a person, a guy or a man or whatever, you just want to be educated and you want to learn more about this, keep in tune. It's for everyone, like Oritile said. So Oritile, can I ask you, my babe, how was your period? How is your first period? Tell me everything. I want to know
Uh,
the tea.
okay, so my first period, it was surprising to me. I assume everyone
Mhm.
could be surprised by their first period. So it was surprising, but it wasn't a shocker because I knew that I would get it in at some point in my life.
Time, yeah.
I was in the seventh grade. I was with my grandmother, and she didn't make me feel odd or awkward or dirty about it. So
Mm,
it was more of um, you knew this day is gonna come, and yeah, that's basically it. You knew it's gonna come, and there's no need for you to like now become shy or
mm,
overwhelmed about it. It's not to say that there's something wrong about feeling overwhelmed about your kid, but um she didn't make me feel rather awkward or odd about having my period.
that's weird.
Uh, it was just really a thing of we were preparing for this moment to come, and now it's here, and you have to see how you maneuver around it because it's here and you can't get away from it. So yeah,
Mm.
it was really just natural, very comforting, and just feeling warmth from her. So yeah, shout out to my grandmother. Very
Shout
grateful.
out. Shout out
But
to
yeah,
grandmother.
shout out to her. How was yours, babe?
Like yours, it was also not a shocker. I had already been expecting this thing, but I always wondered when was mine going to happen. So when it happened, I was not really shocked. I was I was really excited. And I was also with my grandmother, and she helped a lot. She told me about she taught me how to wear my pad. She told me about things that basic things that you just need to know when you start your period. So it was not a shocker. I was not shocked. And also what helped a lot is that I was already educated about this. So when it happened, I was not as like, what is this? Get it away from
Mm.
me. I knew it was gonna happen, you know. So yeah. But could you say that you were educated about this milestone of your life? What was one thing that you did not expect?
Yeah, I could say that I was educated. Not that I could say I
Mm,
was very much educated about my period, and it was always a normal thing from school. So they were, in a way, preparing us for the journey that we were going to have sooner or later in our lives.
mm,
And most specifically in primary, because it started there.
mm,
So they were like period or blood drive, not blood,
mm.
what am I saying? Period
Period
drive,
time. Mm,
period drives at school, and where you would come and donate probably like 2 packets of pads, things like that, and put them in a box. You know how cute we were in primary.
mm,
Put them in
mm,
a box, and if one of us wants to use them, then you can just take them and go and use it, things like that. So it was just a normal thing of um you're gonna get your period, and should you get your period, this is what you have to do. So we had like lessons like that, even like life skills. Yeah, it was called life skills back in primary. There were times where we would be educated about
mm,
periods, about um the woman body and stuff like that, and how you should prepare should you go through this phase in your life, what you should know, what you should do. So I was really, really educated about that. And even at home, my
mm,
mother made sure to like let me know of what periods are from an early age. Of course, breaking it down to me in uh, in a baby's way, so to
mm,
say. So she explains to me thoroughly what periods are. When I experience them, what should I do? I shouldn't be doing ABC. I should be doing XYZ. You see things like that. So she
yeah.
really instilled in me that periods are very normal. You shouldn't now be scared to talk or like find them odd or find them dirty, because I think that's the notion that most people have, that
Mm.
periods are dirty. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm digressing. Coming
we're
back
gonna
to the
get to the
education
myths
part.
just now. Yeah, we're gonna get to the
Coming back to the
myths.
education part, I was really educated. I
Educated,
will
yeah.
not sit here and lie, and say I wasn't worried about my periods. My educators from a young age till high school made sure to let me know that there is absolutely nothing wrong in a woman's body, and of course you're gonna have changes, you're gonna have experiences, and that everyone's journey is unique. That maybe you may go through something that I may not experience. However, we are like in the same time frame, yeah, in terms of age. But yeah, they did really instill in me that periods are very normal. How was your experience? Were you educated about it? Um, did anyone make you feel odd about your period?
Yeah, I was educated about it, and like I mentioned, I was like educated about it. Our teachers from primary, they did this thing whereby they took girls from grade 7 and grade 6, and then they sat us down, had a little mini intervention, talked about womanhood and what to expect. And they were and they were telling us about, you know, how this is a sacred thing, how you had to respect yourself now that you're going to be in your womanhood and all of that. And of course, me, I had not started this, but I was just intrigued just to know what is it that is so intriguing about this whole situation. But yeah, they were just saying, this is just a precious time of your life. You must make sure that you now start taking care of yourself, all of that. Like they
Mm,
gave us such a good intervention. And then also we like your school would have period drives. I think those help, hey? Like those period
yes,
drives,
they
they
do.
really help. Do you think they still do them?
I think they do. Because I remember my baby sister
Mm,
telling me that the company always came to
yeah.
their school. They were just talking to them about pads and
Mm,
giving them pads and things like that. However, I don't think it's like an in-school thing. So you see how we used to do it, like come with a pad, buy pads
mm,
and bring them
mm,
to school. I don't
mm,
think they do that. Yeah, because I've never heard or seen her do that. But
mm.
I think, and now she's like in grade 11. So yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think they do it.
They used to come to our school. They used to come to our school and they'd give us sanitary wear and all of that. So yeah, so
Mm.
it was just an amazing thing. And when I was in grade 7, grade biology class, they taught us about this thing. They taught us about puberty and all of those things. So it was not really a shocker. Even when I got my period, I told my friend I was so excited because that day I was gonna go to church. It was a Saturday morning, I still remember. And I was with my grandmother. I showed her that I'm on my period. She's like, oh, and then she was happy for me. And then she told me how to wear my pad and all of that. And then when I went to church, told my friend, I'm like, guess what? I started my period today, baby. That's when we do choir practice. That's how we're in a choir practice. And she's like, oh, okay. And also, let me tell you a funny story, right? I'd like to say I started my period at 13. How old were you when you started your period?
I don't remember, but I was doing grade 7. That's what I remember. I know
I
that I
was
was doing grade 7,
I was
but
13
I
years
don't
old.
remember how old I was.
I was 13 years old, and amongst our
Wait,
friends,
are we not like are we not like 14, 15 when we doing grade 7?
no, you're
I
13
don't
when you're
know.
doing the normal age for grade 7 is 13 years old. But some they
Okay,
start
you
school
probably,
late, and then some they start school earlier,
oh
maybe
yeah.
like
Oh,
14
I
or
never had
13.
that. Ngiqale nje isikolo kahle. I'm not one of those
Mm.
kids.
So you were 13 years old.
Yeah.
So
I also don't understand this thing
mm,
you would say isikolo early or things like that. I don't know. I've never
it
had that.
happens. Maybe let's say your birthday is like down there in December. So wait, practical, you're still a baby because when we turn 13, you're still 12 years old. You're gonna only turn 13 there by December. So it makes sense. But anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
I was 13 years old. And amongst our group, I was the late one to start my period. So I lied. I lied.
Wow.
And then I said I'm on my period. Yeah, that was the funniest time. My best friend, my primary best friend, she knew that I was lying. So she knew that I was lying, but then she wouldn't tell anyone that I was lying. But I'd say that no, I'm already on my period, blah blah blah. And then I remember this other girl, she was asking us, so what do you guys do when you're on your period? How do you dispose your sanitary wear after you've worn it? And I just told her, like, no, you do this, you do this. I had to wait for someone else to say. And then I said, no, I also do the same thing. But anyways, it was really nice. So when it started, it was like, oh, finally, you're here. What can I, okay, next question would be, what is that one thing that you that was a myth about about periods, that the surrounding myth that you knew about menstruation?
I've heard like crazy myths about menstruation.
Mm,
I've heard that people who menstruate do not go to church or any
yeah.
like religious
Mm-hmm.
um thing, activity. And I actually don't, not that I don't think it's true. I know it's not true. Um,
Mm.
I go to church most of the
On your
time,
menstruation. Mm.
even when I'm on my period and nothing happens. Um,
You
the
can
person
still
who's sitting next
pay.
to you, dude, the person who's sitting next to you will never sniff out you're on your period. They won't know.
How would they
Uh,
know?
oh, yes, even if they know, why would they care?
How would they
Because
know? Yeah, true.
like angeke kukwenzele lutho. It's not gonna help you in any way that I'm
Yeah.
on my period. Just carry on with the service. You're not here
I
for me.
wonder what's the surrounding myth around that. Like, what happens if a woman goes to church? Why are what are the grounds of them not being, why are they banned from going to church when they're on their menstruation days? I don't understand. What's the surrounding myth around that?
There's actually a popular church that I know that I will not disclose there.
Yeah.
I've heard that. So I used to go with my aunt to that church, and
Mm,
she's still a member of that church.
mm,
In that church particularly, you can't go to church when you're on your period.
yeah.
You can't be touching people when you're on your period.
Yeah.
I think it's a weird, very strange thing
Mm,
to like do that because I mean
yeah.
it's just your period. It's just your period. It's not like when I'm talking to you, near friends, I touch myself down there and touch your hand. Why I
Mm,
don't do that. Just talk and it's normal. Periods are very much normal. There's no such thing. There is absolutely no such thing as when you're on your period and or when you're
mm,
menstruating,
yeah.
you can't go to church. I don't think that makes sense. What have you heard?
Yeah, I think the most common myth that everyone has heard, that it is still going around, is that periods are dirty. Oh, that one is so exhausting. That one is so exhausting. It is so exhausting. That period blood is dirty, all of that. That myth is boring. Let's just find something new. Let's find something new. Let's do something else. Because if there's anything, this is your blood telling you that, okay, now you've come to a space whereby you are doing something precious. You're giving to Mother Nature. It's such a precious thing. I
Hmm.
don't think that they should make it to be such a disgusting thing, like making periods seem as if they are disgusting, or that one is
Yeah, and just making us feel uncomfortable. I don't
exactly.
get it. I do not get it, man.
I think also it's a syndrome I had to like work on being surrounded by that stigma for so long. You also end up thinking that, yeah, it's true, periods are dirty. I don't know, I think it was recently, as not recently, but when I started like educating myself about periods and all of that, that is when I was like, oh, okay, actually, this is not dirty. It's not dirty. And one thing about me, I will normalize menstruation. I will talk about it. I will say I'm on my menstruation days. So please, I don't put on that stigma that say, no, you're not supposed to talk about it. You're not supposed. I will talk about it. I will
Like it's a hush hush thing.
yeah, like it's a hush hush thing. You're not supposed to say. I'll say I'm on my menstruation. Right now I'm dealing with menstrual cramps. And right now, oh my gosh, I just bloated myself. I make it such a normal thing, whether you're a woman, whether you're a guy. If I'm on my period and I feel the need to tell you that day, I'm gonna tell you. Also, just because.
You know, I've also heard that you can't swim. when you're in your
Mm.
period.
That
I've
was
heard that a lot of times. And because Nami, I haven't tried it, I actually started to think it's true.
to
But
believe it.
once I did like research and like
Yeah, yeah,
spoke
yeah.
to like a few people about it, I realized this time and there's no such thing. Like you were saying the other time,
Mm.
um, so let me tell you guys, during our first
Meet up.
official meetup, um, we had a chat and we were just like conversating about everything basically because we were like we've
Mm.
clicked, man, and now we've
Yeah.
like borderline becoming friends.
Yeah.
So we were like talking about this period thing that you can't swim when you're in your period, blah blah blah. And she actually told me, by she guys, I mean Tato, she actually told me that there's no such thing. There isn't a thing like that. It
Because
does not exist.
of what, like, I don't know how many times have I went to the pool when I'm on my period. There's nothing that happens.
Hmm,
There's nothing
hmm.
that will happen to you. But it is advisable to wear a tampon when you're on your period because, a pad will absorb all of that water, and you don't want to catch yourself getting infections, all of that. So it's advisable
And
if you
having
wanna.
your having your blood in the pool, let's just be honest, babe. It's not cute to have your blood
But
inside
it's
the
not
pool
even, that's the
and other
thing.
people
Let me
are
tell you,
swimming.
let me tell you the funny thing, right?
Huh.
About nature and about God's creation and how he created women. The funny thing is once you enter inside water, your blood stops. That's the thing. It doesn't move.
Really?
Hmm. You must try it. It doesn't come out. You're not gonna see blood going out, anything like that. It stops. Like it
Hmm.
stops. You can't even research it. It doesn't. That's how we have to debunk those myths. Like people are
Yeah,
mistaking.
because they're very ridiculous, man, and
It
unrealistic.
stops.
Because what do you mean? I've also heard that when you use like a tampon or like a menstrual cup. So
You
I've used
break
a
your
menstrual cup
virginity.
before. You break your virginity, like your hymen
That's
gets
how we.
broken. Like what the hell? Like
Oh my
guys,
gosh,
also,
honestly, I
like
still don't like.
what I know is that a hymen. Some people do not even have
Have a
hymens.
high
Some people
man.
are just born with hymens, right?
But
And
also,
it's not even there when you're having your periods.
yeah, and
Like
also,
a year.
mm, also speaking about virginity, other people believe in it, other people don't. They don't believe in it. Others they think it's a social construct. Others they think it's the most precious time of it's the most precious thing that you can ever have. So that
White
one,
people don't believe in virginity.
yeah, some people they don't believe in it. They say it's a social construct. It's a
Okay.
controversial topic. We're not gonna get into controversial
Like,
topics and all
I'm
of
not
that.
even laughing on anyone's shot. I'm not.
No, some they
Okay,
say
but
that
it's fine.
because I need to people say there's two genders, but some they say there's not two genders. So what do you mean?
No, but he visits this. Hey, we actually have to revisit this thing because
The thingy,
it's
ne? The
very
topic.
interesting
Yeah,
and
we'll talk
yeah,
about it.
it's very interesting and it's funny to me. And I have a
What is
lot to
it?
say.
So okay, we talked about myths, but the myths that we had about periods and all of that. What do you wish you knew before you started your period? What's that one thing you tell your younger self right now, or a younger sister, or yeah, someone else who
So,
knows
um,
nothing about menstruation?
I actually have quite a lot. So
Mm,
I came prepared to this in this episode. I
mm.
wrote a lot of things down.
Really?
So
Look at
don't
you
mind
being a
me.
prepared babe.
Play. So I actually wrote quite a lot of things, but I'll only, for the sake of time, I will mention
Mm,
just a few. Um, what I wish I knew about my first period is, or I would rather advise a
your
beginner,
young self.
my young self. Like I'm
Mhm.
tuning into my little, into my inner child now. I'm
Your
speaking
inner
to my inner
child.
child. You should never apologize for PMS.
Oh!
Like you should not. You should not apologize for that because
Mhm.
it is out of your will and It is out of your control. You're not doing it deliberately. Ukuthi, I am crying over someone stealing my
My
meat from the
chocolates.
fridge. Please,
It's valid.
I am I am well within my rights to feel that way.
But can I also add on that you just like enlighten something in me? I like saying
Hmm?
whenever I'm emotional and I'm crying, right? You know, when you have those weeks whereby you're just crying nonstop and you think that like, well, what's happening? And then you blame it on PMSing. Yeah, it's wrong. I don't think we should do that. Like you should still have your emotions. You can still cry. You don't need to
Yeah, but
every
like,
time.
friend, listen, I can't regulate my feelings, my emotions when I'm on my periods or like the week before. I
But
can't I can't regulate my emotions.
yeah, my
If
thing is
also now when you're doing something to piss me off and oh, and then you wanna add on to that, what are you
my
trying
thing
to
is
say, guys?
My thing is though, your emotions are valid, whether you're PMSing or not. It's what I'm trying to say. Your emotions are valid. What if you were gonna cry the other week and when you were not PMSing, but it just so happens, mysteriously that you cried during this week whereby you're PMSing. I don't know. I just feel like we should always own up to our emotions. Yeah, but carry on. What else?
Yeah, we should. We really should. Like just on that PMS topic thing, we
Mm.
really should learn how to I actually have learned how to separate my emotions. That is not something that I would do regularly, but I'm learning how to separate my feelings. So
I'm
if
not
I'm pissed
saying
about this
separate.
thing, no,
I'm
no,
not,
yeah, I understand what you're
yeah.
saying. I get what you're saying, but also we should learn to take accountability of our actions, whether or not we PMSing. So
Mm.
ukuthi I am PMSing doesn't mean now I should go around making fights or
But the
disagreeing
thing
with
is that you
people.
never know until you go to the toilet and you urinate, and then when you stand up, you're like, oh damn, it's that time of
Yeah,
the
but I
month.
feel like to some extent by now usuyawazi umzimba wakho ukuthi okay ngizongena esikhathini
But
like
imagine you're having that stressful week. I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. Imagine you're having that stressful week. Menstruation is
mm,
not on your mind. Like sometimes I even forget to check flow that, oh, when is my menstruation? Until I start crying about something and then I'll go check the flow app. And shout out to Flow, by the way. I go check the flow app. I get there and I'm like, oh, it makes sense, you know?
yeah, okay, guys, just to make a disclaimer, this was not a paid collaboration. We're just putting you guys on. You guys can go
Yes.
and
I
check
think
check.
we should make an episode on like what's the essential things you need when like Jay, a woman.
Yeah, so you guys should check us out on our soon coming episode where we will
Yeah.
just be talking about
Our
it's soon, it's
essential.
coming, guys. That
Yeah.
episode is coming. It might not be the next one, but we promise it's coming. So we will just be talking about how to prepare yourself, what to do, like just taking you through the journey, man, so that
Yeah,
it can be
friend. Tell us,
because I mean,
what are the other things that you wish you knew? You said you wrote a list. I'm intrigued. I want to know. We're on number one, PMSing.
okay,
Number two.
tampons can be intimidating, and it's
Yeah.
okay to hold off in wearing them, or you can choose not to wear them at all.
Can I
It's
ask you
very
though, which menstrual
Mhm.
product do you like? Which
Menstrual
sanitary?
cups.
Really? I've never worn them.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like, I
tampons.
like, I like menstrual cups for me are very comfortable. I think they're the same concept as
Yeah.
tampons, but with tampons and
Mm.
it's just a stick.
Yeah.
And with the menstrual cup, it's like a silicone cup, and you can just
Mm.
squeeze it, man, make it fit enough to
And apparently
go
they are like
down there.
environmentally friendly and all of that. So you're saving
They
the
are, they're very
environment. Shut up.
comfortable. They're
Our time
very
is running.
comfortable, is it?
Mm. We have to re come back again.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like menstrual cups are very like comfortable for me. With pads, man, pads were the first thing that we all used. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, so, but yeah,
No
pads are
offense
fine.
to pads, but
No,
oh my
no offense,
God.
guys.
Uh,
Pads are like so old fashioned. You guys should
not
get
even
with the program
not
and
even
learn
old
other
fashioned.
things.
They're not the comfiest. I don't
But
like
yeah,
that.
And also people can't afford like other like methods of
Mm,
other period products. So pads are like the first thing that you guys can access, and that is okay. We have
mm,
nothing against pads. If anything, pads have made us to be very comfortable in our period journey. So yeah, I'd say continue
they are the
using pads
most
for as
best
long
for
as you have.
everyone. They are the
Yeah,
first thing
yeah,
used.
they work for everyone. Pads work for everyone until you discover, until uba
You said
clever and you discover tampons.
you discover other things and you're like, you know what? Actually,
Yeah.
this is not my cup of tea. Yeah. I need something else.
Hey, until uvulela amehlo and see ukuthi kanti there are other things.
There are other
Yeah.
alternatives. Okay, what's
Yeah,
the next
another thing
thing?
that I wish I knew is um which one could I say? Every period is different.
Mm,
So from the flow to the cycle length, angithi khona laba bahamba the entire week, like me.
mm,
Actually, I don't know. That is not fair, but that's fine. The
yeah.
entire week, some have for 3 days, some have for 2 days, and get this a jumbo away.
How many
I can
days do
just
you go?
celebrate for 3 days. An entire week, babe. An entire
Like
week.
six, like 7 days.
Yeah.
I go for 6 days at
Yeah.
least. No.
Siyafana nje mina akukho umehluko. Siyafana nje, how? No, we're the
Like no,
same.
those people who go for 3 days, shout out, bro. How does it feel?
I
Live
love you
my
guys.
life.
Like I love you guys are living my dream. You guys
Imagine
are
it.
living my
Like
dream.
on the third day, you're done. Like it's done.
Yeah,
There's
too.
nothing else.
Yeah. Mina, I'm still going to cry and fight the entire week. Go back, I'm on my periods. Oh no, periods are like, ah, ah, guys. But yeah,
It's nice,
um,
but it could be better.
it could be a better experience, sure.
Mm.
And I wouldn't say for me, other people will beg to differ, but for me, I'm going to get ready and never get used to my period.
I've been
I
going
know
to
that
my
they come
period
every month. I
since
know
I
that
was
they come every
13.
month.
Since
God,
I was
I,
13.
it's
Mm.
I can't. I'm trying. I also think it's like another part of me in my head that says I'm full of joy. I don't want to get used to this because I also have this thing that says, "Eish,
I
uzodlula, you're not gonna be here forever."
You said
But
the
I was like,
most important thing though, that every menstrual period is not the same. It's not the
yeah,
same.
it's very
I mean,
different.
if it
It's a
was,
very
we would have gotten used to it by now. You know that, okay, at this time. I think also what makes it not the same is because on that day you could be going through something else, or maybe it's also how you get your period on that day. Maybe you had like a fight with someone, and then damn, you realize that, oh, actually, it's because I'm PMSing and my blood is here. Or sometimes you just find yourself crying and you're like, oh, okay. Or sometimes you're just chilling and then you stand up and then next thing there's blood on your white dress. So you're like, oh, damn. So it's not the
no.
same. It can never be the same. You can never be overly prepared for your period. You can prepare for it, but thing is, it's gonna come and it's gonna be different than the previous one you had. So you just manage it
Yeah,
the way you
yeah,
can at that time.
yeah. So like, no one should ever make you feel like when are you crazy for like going through different things
Mm.
on your period because it's very different. It is entirely different. You might be a woman, yes, you are a woman, but you're very different from another woman.
Yeah,
And
yes.
our bodies are very unique. We won't go through the same thing
Mm.
if everyone else does. Another thing that I know that I wish I knew actually, and I would like you guys to know is that your period can sometimes ghost you, and that's fine.
Has yours ever ghosted you?
It has.
Really? Mine has
It
never.
has. I was so scared. It has.
That
Like
babe
two
is
times.
so consistent. Yo, she has never ghosted me. She's never given me a break. Yo, she's always here every month. I
It's
know.
one of the consistent things in your life.
No, it's one of the consistent things.
I'm not shading you, friend. I'm just saying that
Wow.
it's just one of those things that are very consistent,
Wow. That
and you
thing
wish
is so
other parts of
consistent.
your
Hey,
life were consistent.
you bore me. But that thing is so consistent. Sometimes she can even come twice a month, twice a month. And I'm like, oh, we're doing this month. Cool. I just get her.
Sulolani.
Oh
Sulolani. No,
my
actually, they
God.
ghost. They ghost. It's ghost us.
So how did you feel
I've
when
had
your
a
period
period
ghosted
ghosted
you?
us. I was scared. What do you mean? I was so nervous. I couldn't understand what's going on.
Mm.
Yo, it's like it was the very first time in my life where like I am begging God for my periods. I'm crying and I'm begging him to.
So do I.
I was like, what do you mean I'm not gonna have my period?
But this
God,
shows
dude,
though, in as much as we say, oh my period, we really love them. Like we are so
we
in love with
do.
our menstruation. But at the same time, we're like, what do you want from me? Leave me alone. But if
Yeah,
she's not here, you're asking yourself questions. Oh my gosh, what did I do? Where are you? Come back.
I
Oh
was
my
so
God, what
scared.
just
I
kill
was so
me.
scared. I just wanted my period. Because I'm like, hey, Bo, you're gone. Kanjalo Joe, what happened? What
Mm,
happened? I'm like, is it going to... I remember crying. I cried to
mm.
my mom. I'm like, it's gone. She's like, what do you mean it's gone? I didn't get my...
Mm.
I'm
Oh,
like, I didn't
same.
get my period. What's going on? And she like explained to me then, I'm like, periods
It's
can ghost
normal.
you.
Relax.
It's normal for them to like ghost you. And when they come back,
Mhm.
Zibuya ngama back. They will come back 10
Also,
times. You
what, okay, can I add my what I wish I knew? What I wish I knew was that
can.
your period can just start because of your body is under trauma. Oh my gosh, that one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ngoba uyagoa nje sizovele sithi
And then it just
tada.
comes. It's like, hi.
And then I'm like, I didn't expect you at this
It doesn't
time.
have
Why you
that
yeah.
right now. I'm going under trauma. I'm very stressed out because I remember I had a very traumatic experience in my life. And then I
And you
was
started
having
your period.
And then I started my period, and then I'm like, oh, so every time when I'm stressed out, I worry. Because sometimes when you're stressed out, it can just not come because you're stressed out, or it can just come, and then you're like, oh my gosh, it's still
Probably that's what happened. Maybe I was stressed out and they
Mm,
decided, Zolu, no, we're gonna take a break from this girl and chill.
yeah.
And they didn't.
But it costed you for a
They
month,
didn't.
sister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
was going mad for that month. I didn't understand what's going on. Yeah, I was
the most,
begging. I was
the most,
pleading with
uh,
God.
the most time my period has ever costed me was like maybe 4 weeks or 5 weeks at max. It has never went extreme. You know what? Week 2, I'm not here. Week 3, I'm not here. Week 4, I'm
Olile,
not here.
sibongile, son.
Nah, it has never done that to me. That's something I've never experienced. You're saying the last thing?
The last thing, yeah, is that accidents happen and
Mm.
it's okay, man. It's okay to like bleed on yourself and sooner or later, not sooner or later, some people it can happen that some people do not bleed on themselves. But if it happens, it is a normal thing. It's not yes, it's embarrassing to like bleed on yourself and you might feel ashamed of being in that space. Want to cry and want to hide yourself. It's pretty normal to bleed on yourself.
Yeah, what's the most embarrassing time you've ever bleeded or like bloated on yourself?
Yeah, the most embarrassing. I'm trying to think. What's the most
Okay, let me share mine whilst you think about yours. I've had many,
okay.
but this one really just touches my heart. So I was with my cousin, we were running errands, right? And then I was on my period that day. And then she was buying a charger for her phone. And I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna sit down because we've been walking around for a long time. And then as I was sitting and I stand up and then boom, I've, messed on someone else's chair. And I've also messed on myself. And the person who owned that store, he was so kind. He's like, no, this is normal. This happens. But I was really ashamed. And then my cousin had to buy them
Mm.
new jeans. And I was like, I hope this never ever happens to me again. But funny thing is, it happened again and again and again. But that was really not
Thank
nice. It was not nice at all. But it shows that having people who understand menstruation and people who don't see it as a disgusting thing can be really, really helpful.
Yeah, yeah. I think mine, the many I've had, and I can remember now,
Mm.
is um like messing on my bed, on my sheets, and I don't remember if it was my dad or like someone,
Mm.
but they just walked in and we saw it, and I was like so embarrassed.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, that was like so the most embarrassing
One thing,
phase in
another
my
thing,
period journey.
yeah, and another thing I wished I knew about menstruation is the menstrual cramps. Hey, I wish I knew about how bad they can be and the underlying hormonal imbalances that comes with being on your period and that can mess up your menstrual flow and all of that. I wish I knew about that before I started my period because I have very, very bad period cramps. It makes it so hard to function in life. But yeah, I wish I knew about that and I wish I was educated about that part of my life. And now that I know, I'm sharing the knowledge.
Yeah, now that you know, you're showing the knowledge and you're doing actually better. But yeah, period cramps are like crazy. Yeah, that's so wild. That's so wild. Shame.
They are, and people would think that you're, hey, we are Zenzis. I don't know how to say it in English. You are lying.
You're exaggerating also.
Ex
Like,
you're exaggerating,
I'm
but
like,
it
am I
doesn't.
crazy? Are you crazy for like, would I go out of my way to just act like I'm in pain?
Oh,
What do
look,
you
it
mean?
is so painful. Hey, yo, it is so painful, Shem. Like it is the most
Hey,
painful thing a person
it's
can
fake,
ever go through. Oh,
dude.
what advice do you want to give to a parent that has a teenager who's about to start their um puberty stage and all of that, adolescent stage?
Be easy on your child. Be easy
Yeah,
on, yeah, be easy on your kid. As we know, humans are very much different, and your child could probably be reserved and isn't a person who talks a lot or like knows how to express themselves. Just be easy and listen to them. And just because when you got your period, 1990 mang mang, and you were at home and you had your grandmother there, and Diana she got her period at
got
like a
1946,
yeah, she was
1957.
playing netball and they had a game there, and she got her period in front of her crush. And when you want to embarrass her for that,
Mm,
just go easy on your child. Man, experiences are very different. When experiencing how can 1990 mang mang, when
it's not
Mandela was
gonna
still
be the
alive, is
same.
not is not their experience now.
Mm.
It's definitely not the experience. Just be easy, listen to them. Um, try to be patient. Yo, try to be patient. If there is anything I hate is someone who's impatient with
And
me.
also don't make it
Try
a
to be,
shameful thing. I think
yeah,
most Black
don't.
African parents, they make it such a shameful thing. Say maybe if you forgot to throw away your pad, like yeah, disgusting, da da da. Or say maybe you were peeing and then you didn't realize that you left blood on the seats and it's like, yeah, disgusting, all of that. It's not disgusting. Like when you're on your period, you're already stressed out. So I don't think that they should be that hard on you because especially if it's something that they've also experienced and especially if it's something that natural, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just learn to like listen to them and like try to find out in what
What
ways
they
can you
need
accommodate them. Yeah, to make this journey for them very
as
easy and
comfortable as possible.
yeah, yeah. So if anything, just make this experience, even though it's not enjoyable, just try to make it comfortable and
Mm.
give them warmth and all the love that they might need because it's very important for like a girl in particular to not grow up feeling
In a supportive
scared to open up
environment.
to open up about such things. Because I mean, sooner or later you're gonna be talking to your friends about it and wanting to know their experiences. And imagine me, a 15-year-old me, just sitting there and just
You're
telling my
listening to
friends,
these
"Oh, my
amazing.
mom said this thing is dirty and we shouldn't be discussing it."
Mm.
Like, right? Yeah. So yeah, just go easy on them.
Yeah, I think also keep period products on your house in your house, you know. When you have a teenage daughter, keep period products in your house because you know this time is gonna start eventually. Always make sure that when it starts, you're not now panicking and trying to go having to go buy pads and all of that. Have them there so that when it happens she doesn't have to now stress about going to buy menstrual products at the store or all of that gist. Also normalize talking about menstruation. Educate both girls and boys about menstruation. I feel like if both genders knew about this thing it wouldn't be such a taboo thing and it would be such a normal thing to talk about because most boys don't care. As most boys, they don't even know about menstruation. Yo,
They do not really. They do not.
yo. And I asked myself, did you do biology? What is happening? Do you know biology? Perhaps. Were you paying attention in natural science? Perhaps. But yeah, educate both genders about menstruation so that they both know and they are both educated and they don't look dumbfounded when this thing is a topic, or they don't act like, disgusting when this thing is a topic. Because if there's anything that is embarrassing, is someone saying menstruation is disgusting. That is so embarrassing.
Yeah,
You
like
wouldn't
we
want to
live
be
in
caught
this
saying that.
20, is it the 21st or the 22nd century? But
Well,
whatever it is, like get with the program. We no longer get
hmm.
disgusted by periods now. It's a normal thing. It
Because already
happens.
society is so hard and they've already made this such a taboo thing. We don't need extra people making it a taboo thing. We don't need that. We don't, you know?
We don't really.
So is that it from us?
Yep, that is it from us today.
And this was
That
such a
is
nice
it from us
conversation.
today. Yeah, it was, and
I
very
enjoyed
educative
it.
as well.
Hmm. I
So
really
as
enjoyed it.
much as we're just vibes, but we do get serious, guys. We are going to get very serious and real with you guys. Like we said, we are very much people who want to get raw, real and talk about topics that matter most to us. Um, and share our experiences above everything else. So yeah,
Yeah. So, guys, the moral story of this conversation was that periods should never be something that we're all embarrassed to talk about. It should never be one of those things you're like, oh no, I don't want to talk about it. Disgusting. No. No, the conversation was all about that. And I love that we were both real today. All right, Dile, I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that you shared your stories with confidence and yes, they were funny, some were like sad, but thank you for sharing.
thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
So DM us, comment, or share your thoughts with us on our Instagram at Positive Feminine Care. And yeah, tell us about how was your period? Like, how was it? Was it nice? Was it a shocker? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What else already?
Yeah, just share with us anything that you might have. Like I did mention, say it with your chest, babe. We're not gonna judge you. tell us what you want. Just tell us what you want us to know or what you think the world should know about period. Of course, please do not say any harmful thing or things that
Mm,
might be degrading or disrespectful
yeah.
or offensive to any person. We respect people here and their opinions. However, we're not about to be harmful in any way.
We're not about
Let's
to be
keep it
bragging. We're not
respectful.
about to be bullies and all of that.
Yeah, not here, babes. If you try another podcast, we are not those girls here. We are very
Yes.
much girls, and we will not tolerate that kind of behavior.
Yes.
But in a lighter note, just share those comments, guys. We'd love
Yeah.
to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, share your thoughts, guys. Comment there on the YouTube, comment there on Spotify. Share your thoughts. We're
On the
intrigued. We wanna know.
Instagram.
On the Instagram. Anyway, share your thoughts. We'd like to know how was your first period, and we hope you enjoyed this episode. Next time,
Yeah,
what are we gonna be talking about next time? We're gonna see now. But brace
we're
yourself,
gonna see,
guys.
guys. It's
Brace
a
yourself. And
surprise.
the next episode is coming. Hope you enjoyed this one. Yeah.
And yeah, guys, don't forget to tune in next time. This was the Feminine POV where sisterhood blooms. We had a lovely time. And thank you for listening. Like we said, catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.